Hello, hello, hi, folks. Welcome. Happy Tuesday. In hopes that you squeezed more out of your day than the day squeezed out of you. Welcome. I am Sean Azimi with SideGigSean.com, where I help you look, start, and grow your side business. Welcome. Jenny, how are you? You're not mad at me tonight, right? I mean, this definitely doable hour in East Coast. PK, what is happening? I got a nice one for you today. Here we go again. What? I got a nice one for you today. I was talking to somebody today, and this happens all the time. And I don't know why this didn't dawn on me before, but it dawned on me today. And it's a friend of mine. And yeah, Peter, Jenny. So it's a friend of mine. So it's actually a good friend of mine. And we've been friends, for a long time. Probably 1 year shy of all my mortgage years, I've known this guy. So I've known him for a long time. And we're talking back and forth about the opportunity, about what I got going on. So he's back in the States finally, and we're talking, right? And he said something to me, and it was just a natural comeback, right? It was just like it just happened to kind of flow. And I had to pause myself to think about that. And I've been thinking about it pretty much all afternoon, thinking about that is so valid. So what was the conversation all about? I don't even need any lighting, huh? It's bright outside. It's really warm today. So when it comes to time and managing time, or managing the activities that you do during the day, because you can't really manage time. Time is whatever it is, right? So when it comes to that, right, there's one thing that we miss completely. And I know you know what this is, but I doubt if you've ever thought about it in this kind of a context. I know you know what it is, okay? So in our profession, in my space, in network marketing and direct sales, one of the most common objections, top three, is you approach somebody, you ask them if they're open to taking a look at an opportunity or not, and they'll mention something like, I don't have time. Have you heard that before? If you've ever heard that before, maybe drop a clock or an alarm or something in the comments. Let's get creative. Auto ship is another one. Time, money, we've talked about money before, but I don't think I've talked about time before. So it's a valid, and it's very common. I don't have time, and I used to argue, I guess, that concept and say, time, you got 24 hours in a day, and I'd start breaking it down like that quote does, and you're like, well, you waste so much thing on TV and you could cut that out, and to be truthful, none of that has worked a lot. Like none of that has really worked, hasn't got you far, right? Hi Dahlia, how are you? Welcome. Right, so when you hear, I don't have time, I listen, I'm so busy with stuff, I don't have time to do this. And then let's say you come back and say, what did Jenny say? 168 hours. You got 168 hours in a week. And then let's say you sleep 8 hours, which you probably don't, but let's say 8 hours, and then you subtract and you start adding and subtracting, and you kind of break that down for them, and they're like, I just don't have time. They give you that face, right? It's like nothing changes. Or you say, well, you know what, I put this in between the cracks of my life, and instead of having lunch for an hour, this is actually what I used to say, which is true. Instead of taking an hour for lunch, I would just pack something real quick and eat it, and then at lunch, I'd call a couple people up. So maybe you could do that, or wake up an hour earlier, or go to bed 1 hour late, right? George, how are you? Welcome, good to see you. So how's that been working out so far? Have you got anybody on your team or in your team by that response? I would love to hear yes, because I don't think it's worked. I don't think any of that stuff works. Like, people are not, they just tune you out. That's what's happened to me. They're like tune you out. They're like, whatever, dude, I just don't have time, right? But let me talk about this. And then this is what I told my friend, and I left it, okay? We talk about the patches and getting them healthier. Business is second. They usually share because of the results. Yeah, most people share. Most people actually in network marketing, what I'm finding out is that they join as a customer first, and then they like the stuff or the company, and then they switch to like a distributor or a rep or what have you. And I've talked about direct sales network marketing products. I think they are premium. They are if they're not the best, they're way up there. They're much better than any supermarket or anything out there, because the amount of research and stuff that goes into it. But that's a whole other life, which I've done. But this whole timing concept, I don't have time. You know what I told my friend? And it just came out so natural because we're just bros. You know what I mean? And I want you to really pay attention here. Okay? I told my friend, I said, bro. Yes, yeah. Thank you. The one results or try the products. Yeah, that's usually true. So I told my friend, I told him this, and from now on, anybody who tells me I don't have time, this is what I'm going to tell them. This is exactly what I'm going to say, and see what happens. Now, let me get you this. My friend didn't sign up or anything. It's not like a positive story where like he became a millionaire and now I'm just, no, that's not how it happened. First of all, it happened today, right? It happened today. And so what I told my friend is this, and I want you to pay real good attention here. I told my friend, I didn't ask if you had time. Whether you have time or you don't have time, it's irrelevant. It doesn't matter to what I just asked you. And he goes, huh? I go, dude, whether you have time or not, it doesn't even matter. I didn't even ask you if you had time. Because timing doesn't care if you have time or not. I didn't ask about you having time. I shared with you timing. You can call me, text me, anytime you want. 20 years from today, if you like. I didn't ask if you had time. Where in my question did I ask you, do you have time? I said, are you open to taking a look, bro? This is a real thing. You need to take a look. Nowhere in that, anywhere in there, I said, do you have time? I didn't even care. I said, bro, we've been doing deals together for a long time. You consider me a friend. You believe in me. You always have. So take a look at this. I don't have time. Well, I didn't ask you if you had time. That has nothing to do with it. I didn't ask you if you have time. I asked you not to miss the timing. I asked you not to miss the timing. Whether you have time or you don't have time, that's up to you. when Microsoft started, when Apple computers started, when Uber started, when Netflix started, they didn't come to you and say, oh, Jenny, do you have time for Netflix to launch? Oh, you're busy right now? Oh, okay. When would you like us to launch Netflix so that you have time? Did anybody ask for that? I don't think so. Nobody asked me when they launched anything. Nobody cares about if you have time or not. Let me tell you something. Be bold. I am going to be super bold from today on when somebody tells me I don't have time. Because I never ask them if they have time. That's not the question. That was not the question. The question is, are you open to taking a look? The answer could be yes or no. I didn't ask you to build anything. I didn't ask you to sign up. I didn't ask you to flip like 3 times in the air. None of that was happening. I never asked any of that stuff. Has nothing to do with my question, bro. I'm asking you not to miss the timing. I don't really care, bro. Do it at 4 o'clock in the AM. I could care less. It's the timing. It's what we're about to do. Netflix, Microsoft, Apple, Amazon, nobody gave a rat's you know what if you had time or not. Guess what? They launched. And now you look back and you're like, gosh, I what? I missed what? Go ahead. My timing. You're not gonna bitch and moan, sorry, about I didn't have time back then. You're never gonna say that. Do you hear me? You would tell me I don't have time today. If I come back to you in a month, in a year, and have blown it up, you're never gonna tell me, oh, I didn't have time back then. You're never gonna tell me that. Never, ever. I'll put the farm on it. You know what you're gonna tell me? Oh, man, I missed my timing. And that's the truth. I've been treating this whole time thing so incorrectly, so wrong. And I think most of you have been doing the same. I say you fasten your seatbelts, you put your gear on, your helmet on, and you posture up, and you tell them, I go, I didn't ask you, listen, okay. I never have time? Okay, well then you have a good day. How's that working out for you? You never have time. How's that working out for you? Because there are people who like live, enjoy life and have time, you know. So maybe you should like follow their steps. We've been handling this whole no time thing so like, I'm so sorry. Let me just fluff you up now because you have no time. Let me kiss your feet and kiss the ground that you walked on because now you have no time. When will you have time? 6 days? 6 weeks? When will you have time? No more. No more. This ain't no pity party. We're doing business. And I'm not looking for crybabies. I'm not looking for people to babysit. Now, people need training. People need to be coached. People need to be led. I get it. But I'm not here to babysit and do stuff for you. You got to do the stuff. You got to watch the video. You got to be open to taking a look. You got to be attending the trainings. You got to learn how to speak to people. I can't do that for you. I'm doing that for me. And so many other people are doing it for themselves. Nobody's going to do it for you. So the fact that you don't have time, well, that's great. That's wonderful. That was not the question. So you're okay with missing the timing then, right? Okay. And hashtag enough said, right? So when you are faced in a situation where you're about to say, I don't have time, just hit the pause button for 1 second. Just 1 second, hit the pause and think to yourself, do I want to miss the timing? Hopefully, you guys got some love, some inspiration, some value from this. I appreciate you guys. Drop your thoughts, your comments, your feedback below. Let this feed grow. Oh my goodness, I went like 20 minutes, I think. That means it's going to take 18 days to upload this. If you feel like this was worthy of sharing, do what you got to do. Spread the love. Tag a couple people. Share it on your wall. You know, doing what you got to do. Yes, you are welcome, Jenny. You are very welcome. My parents are in the other room, so I didn't want to go that late. Anyway, yeah, I may have to call the computer guy. Yeah, so with that, hopefully, again, you guys got some love, some inspiration, some Samir, how are you? Namaste, namaste. Hopefully you circle back, watch the replay. I am just about to end this. I think you will really like this live and the message. I appreciate you guys. And with that, I am Sean Azimi with SideGigSean.com, where I help you look, start, and grow your side business. Signing off until tomorrow when we do it all over again. Much love.